God promises in Job chapter 5, verse 17, Behold, happy is the man whom God correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. When God created us, He intended for us to be close to Him, which would result in us naturally being happy. But beginning with Adam and Eve, sin entered into the picture, and they needed to be corrected among many other things. Sin is a barrier that comes between us and God, and any happiness we receive from the sin is very little and only temporary. Anyone that is a true believer will want to deal with anything that affects their relationship with God. Sad to say, there are people that don't appreciate correction regardless of who it's from or why. Perhaps because they don't understand the benefits they could be receiving. Then there's the group that thinks they know what's wrong in your life when something bad happens, just as Job's 3 friends did in this promise. And by the way, God never did tell Job why those things happened in his life, and God is under no obligation to explain anything to us either. Now it's obvious that Job's friends wanted to help him, but trying to tell him what God was trying to do in his life was a little bit out of their league. Remember when Jesus' disciples, they asked him, who did the sin that caused this man to be born blind? Why are we so quick to condemn, especially when we don't have all the facts? Better to give the benefit of the doubt than to condemn without mercy. Give time for the truth to surface, and when it does, it won't be your turn to sit in the ashes. Behold, happy is the man whom God corrected. Therefore, despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. Sin brings heartache and misery and separation from God. But when we allow God to correct us, we find the joy that we were seeking. And that is God's promise.